Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Love. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Packers hit 11-4 now on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Love now. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Luke Musgrave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
2nd and 9 now. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Following the interception, Love. To the right side and intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. St. Brown in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
We're now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. The give right side for Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
2nd down and 6 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Play action this time with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fights him off. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Throwing. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. They'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Love. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw now. Here's Love. Dancing to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Love looking to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Let's go now. Love from the gun. Touchdown! Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Lions, nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Looking to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They go play action here on first down. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's go now.
St. Brown motioning left. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, a give to Gibbs. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Love from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That pass, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Packers pick it up.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
41 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Love now.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Needed 13. They got 14 on third down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This to Jacobs on the toss right.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
60 Bison.
Counter play with Jacobs. Fighting through. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.